Okay. How many of you seen the movie Billy Madison? Raise your hand.
I got it on VHS.
Okay.
What are those?
Is everybody on the bus? Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus! Close your devices if you could, please. I'm going to tell you why I chose this book. I sat in front of the auditorium for the last 2 years at the beginning of school, and I thought, let's get on the bus again, everybody. Here comes another elementary message to get on the bus and kick all the energy vampires off. And I don't need to deal with this BS because I'm not in second grade. Because that's what I thought. And I felt horrible. I know some of my colleagues felt the same way because we talked about it. And I didn't like doing that because I want to be a team player and I want to be part of something. So I thought, when I saw this, I thought, this is an opportunity to do something the exact opposite of what I really want to do. I want to find out what's the big deal. So I thought, I'm going to read it. I'm going to give it an open mind. I want to see what it's all about. Please do the same thing during this presentation. Whatever pre-knowledge you have of the energy bus or what you may have thought about the energy bus, please stop and clear your mind and give it an honest chance and let us show you the way of the energy bus and how it can work.
We are going to introduce this with a little video that was created with the Energy Bus book in mind. We did not create this video, we found it, but we thought it was awesome and it's very short. But it's a good way to introduce the book before we tell you about the rules for the ride of your life.
Oh, I turned the volume down. Sorry.
I'll start over.
Left, far left.
Today,
There we go.
it was Monday, and George hated Mondays. And of course, this Monday was going down as one of the worst of all time. Of course, today, of all days. As he stood in his driveway, angry, bitter, and frustrated, George's face was about to burst. He wasn't surprised, really. Misfortune had been following him for the past few years like a dark rain cloud hovering over his life. And today was no different. George's negative attitude and perspective were burdens. Negativity not only made him unhappy, but now it was threatening his family, marriage, and career. If he didn't change, George was in danger of losing it all. Of course, the reality is, we all have a little George within us, especially when challenged with moments of negativity and adversity in our own lives. But it's how we respond to these moments that defines our path forward, and ultimately the degree of success, happiness, and well-being we experience in our personal and professional lives. And somehow, this Monday was going to be different.
Well, good morning, George. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Energy Bus, a ride that changed George's life and is sure to change yours as well. Get ready for a fun, interactive experience that explores 10 secrets for approaching life and work. These secrets reveal the kind of positive, forward thinking that leads to true accomplishment. Through George's story, you'll discover the power of positive thinking, and you'll build your own action plan, one that can help you find success in everything you do. So come aboard. We've been waiting for you. This is going to be the ride of your life.
So we're not going to do that on here. We're going to show you the ride of your life.
We thought about it. We had a bus plan. There was lots of glitter and sparkles.
Yeah, well, we thought you're too old for that. All right. So we're going to go through the 10 rules for the ride of your life. This is what the book is about. Now, you've all heard the speech about the school district's vision for the energy bus within our learning community. We've got the drivers and the riders and the walkers. That is the school district's bus. But you guys are the driver of your bus. We all have our own bus and we all make our own vision. My vision, I am committed to being a positive energy of trust and empathy to those on my bus, in my life, school, and my community. Share my vision, hop on my bus. And these are some of the people who have hopped on my bus. I have a whole bunch more pictures that I have to add. And it's been a very exciting ride. There's a few other buses that have been created around our school so far. And a little bit more on that is it's your bus. So you need to think about not spending your time and energy according to somebody else's plan or vision. You can seek directions along the way, take advice, but remember, it's your trip, it's your life, it's your vision of how you want your life and career to go. Drive at your own speed and don't compare your bus to any other buses.
All right, rule number 2 is desire, vision, and focus move your bus in the right direction. So the more we focus on something, the more we think about something, the more it shows up in our lives. Doesn't it always seem that when you buy a car, after you bought that car, you see that same car everywhere on the road? So our thoughts are magnetic. What we think about, we attract. What we think about expands and grows. What we put our energy and attention on starts to show up more in our lives. And the energy we project from our thoughts is the energy we receive. So what we focus on, we get more of. So it's important to spend your time thinking about what you want to do rather than what you don't want. If you are complaining and always negative, then you can't be thinking about what you want to be creating or what you want to do. Plus, complaining also ruins everyone else's energy around you. So a quote from the book was, if you build it in your mind, focus on seeing it, and take action, the success will come.
So rule 3, this is my dog Jake, we're out in Cleveland a lot. And rule 3 is fuel your ride with positive energy. So I'm just going to give you a parable that was here in the book. A man goes to the village to visit a wise man, and he says to the wise man, I feel like there are 2 dogs inside of me. One dog is this positive, loving, kind, and gentle dog, and then I have this angry, mean-spirited, and negative dog, and they fight all the time. I don't know which one is going to win. The wise man thinks for a moment, and he says, I know which one is going to win, the one you feed the most. So feed the positive dog.
This brings us on to rule 4, where it's important for you to invite people to join you on your bus by sharing your vision with them. By inviting other people onto your bus, you're inviting their skills, their talents, their experiences. When we invite people on our bus, we're giving them permission to participate or be a part of our vision. What I got out of this message was, a lot of times if you look around, people will sit on cruise control in the back seat, kind of watching everything go by because they don't know how they fit into everything that's going on. But when you openly invite them to join your bus, to join your vision, that's giving them permission to participate and give their input. So, positive passengers are wanted.
Rule number 5, don't waste your energy on those who don't get on your bus. We see this all the time, especially in the classroom. You know who we're talking about. The kid that sits in the corner, closes his eyes, shut down, you're trying everything you can. We can waste so much time on those kids. Not that we shouldn't spend any time on those kids. Invite those kids along, okay? But don't waste time on those people. If there's people that you work with, we all have co-workers, okay? Well, this is really stupid. Today's PD day was horrible. Yeah, but you know, there were some positives you could get from today. We did this, oh yeah, well, whatever, if that's the way. No, don't let those people drag you down. Don't be one of those people that drags you down. We all have bad things to deal with, okay? They had an example out of the book where George had a breakdown on his car. They took it in, they had to put brakes in, and they realized that there was a part missing that was on a safety recall. Could have ended up in a horrific accident with him or his family. Thank God they found that. That's awesome. Instead of, well, geez, now I got to pay $300 for this part and I got to wait 2 weeks.
I gotta take the bus every day.
Exactly. Spin things positively And don't waste time on the people that are going to take you down. Okay? Get on your bus and move forward.
Post a sign that says, no energy vampires allowed on your bus. We know who these people are. The more you try and try, the more they push back. Just like the last one, don't waste your time on these people. The same goes for kids in your class. I used this term the other day for some kids who were not being nice. I said, there's no energy vampires allowed in my room. What's that? I said, what do you think that is? And then they had a little discussion about what vampires are versus energy, and they were like, oh, yeah, don't do that. And then they all agreed as a class, and they were much nicer. This can go for staff and things like that too. So, I have a little quote here by Gandhi. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Don't let anyone ruin the ride of your life. So we gave you a copy of No Energy Vampires if you care to post that anywhere in your life, in your home, your classroom, your bus, your ride.
Rule number 7, enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride. So when you feel excited and enthusiastic about your life and work, you bring this powerful energy to everything you do, and people around you notice. So when you are enthusiastic, people want to get on your bus. So when you live and work with enthusiasm, people are drawn to you. A quote in the book, which Reba had posted within our school at Hillcrest, was, when you feel good, others around you feel good. And I think that's so powerful, because if you're going around with that negative energy, what do you think the people around you are going to feel? But if you show up with a smile on your face every day and show that you love being at work, love being with your students, people are going to feel that, and the energy is just going to spread around the room. The energy of a company or team is cultivated by the energy and enthusiasm of the leaders and each person within that organization who contributes to that collective energy. And then lastly, a quote from the book was, leaders don't let fear stop them. They charge forward with positive and powerful energy and look at challenges as opportunities to learn, grow, and succeed.
Rule number 8, love your passengers. I thought a lot about this one, and just like how it comes down from staff or from our administration, or how we interact with our students. And consistently, every group today talked about connection and relationships and parents and community, and how do we involve and engage them. And I know for my own daughters going through school, the most impactful, powerful thing that has happened to them is to get just a simple written note. And it was just a little sticky note that loved them for who they were and something good that they had done. But they've kept those for years and years, and they just hang in their room. You know, it means something to them. So somebody took the time to connect with them and purposely put it down on paper. It wasn't just like, hey, good to see you today. It was very purposeful, and for 5 years now, this sticky note's been hanging in the same room. So your words do matter, so put them down.
Then we come to rule 9. You need to drive with purpose. Of course, you have a vision, and when you drive with purpose, this is the ultimate fuel for a meaningful journey. If you are following that goal, you have a destination you are working towards. So make sure that you follow your vision and keep rallying everyone towards that vision.
Just like the school district has a mission statement, it's like your own personal mission statement.
Okay, number 10, enjoy the ride because you only have one. With your team, your class, at home, make the most of it. So I've tried this with my wrestling team this year. I thought about redoing everything and just being positive. It's worked. First day of practice, we talked about positive energy. The room's been electric ever since. Now, we do have our days where we dip down a little bit. We're not saying you're going to be at a level 4 all the time, because we know that's impossible. Okay? But continue to remember that positive energy. Okay? Bring that positive energy. It's your life. Okay? Not just here at school, but your life as you're living it at home. as you're living it with your friends, you really do have a positive take on that. And I want to give you a couple examples. When I meet with Alex on wrestling things, or just see him, he's electric about it. He's always, oh, we're going to do this, we could do this, how's this going, this is great, it's all positive, that's awesome. I remember that every time. Every time I see Abby in school, there's always a smile. How are you? How are things going? Things are going great. We talk with, how's this student doing? How's this? She's asking about some of the wrestlers she used to have. Matt Zoll, when he was my football coach, I can remember one time coming in, he was so positive. I was sick, we were going to play Ashwaubenon. He goes, Mike, you ready to go get Ashwaubenon tonight? Now I am. Yeah. Mr. Steinberg standing in front of his classroom. Homie, how you doing today? How was the wrestling match last night? You know what, that kind of Mr. Steinberg stance that he's got? Like this, Yeah. Mr. Brown back there. Coming in one day, I was having a bad day. I was mad with some of my classmates. We weren't getting anything done. Okay? And he comes up and he gets in my ear about, you have to work like this. You have to be positive. Sometimes you have to work angry. But now you've got all these other kids working, and look what we got done today. We built a wall and a half. Okay? Why can I pick these positive moments from 15 years ago? Because they made an impact. Positive energy made an impact, and it lasted. That lasts with the people who are important to you in life and who you're dealing with.
I told you to work angry and you had a hammer in your hand? That didn't happen.
20-foot wall done in about an hour and a half.
Is there another one? Or we good? Okay. So in conclusion, we talked a little bit about how the energy bus has inspired our school district and the vision for how we hope that we are as educators. And I think that until we read the book, we didn't have a full understanding of how that vision affected our teaching. Once we read the book, we saw that vision and how it affected our life and our work. And we were hoping that you could take just, let's say, 1 minute to turn and talk. And here's the question. How did the 10 rules for the ride of your life inspire Gary's vision for the school district? And has your perception changed in the last 15 minutes since our presentation started? So just take 1 minute to discuss with a neighbor if anything has changed in your mind and how you think the book and his idea related.
Kelly, did they read this book before they decided on it? I think so too, because the same thing. There's soul, or in the Gary bring you down, and now they know about everything. It's not their one. That's what it's like. Everybody should. I'm consciously trying to.
Like, I feel like the presentation should be given.
I'm positive. All right. Is there anybody who would like to share their thoughts?
Hello.
Go ahead.
I made the statement with our Turn and Talk group that I think if the energy bus theory or looked like the stuff from the book was presented in a format like you guys presented it to the entire district, a lot more people would be willing to get on it. Just to mention a quote from it, or just to say, hey, I want you on the energy bus, and then no one has a basic understanding about it, doesn't mean anything.
I feel like after hearing your presentation, the card that we all got filled out about if we're a driver or a passenger or a walker makes a lot more sense.
You might notice that you all received a bus with your picture on it. We thought that this might be beneficial whether you post it in your room with your face showing or the other side has the 10 rules for the ride of your life. We thought if you wanted to just take a minute, you could circle perhaps one rule that you wanted to work on or try to focus on in the next maybe month and see if you could try to improve that part of your positive energy, because we all know that little steps create bigger changes.
And then perhaps we could make a larger change in our positive energy in all of our schools. And thank you for listening to our presentation.